James Bouknight is summer league bound, ladies and gentlemen. It's all but confirmed. James Bouknight was very vocal on Instagram when the Charlotte Hornets posted their summer league schedule. So it's definitely about to go down for my man James Bouknight. I'm expecting major fireworks from him. This guy, he's looking to escape the shadows of James Borrego. We all know the situation that happened up there, man. This guy, James Bouknight, man, he was selected number 11. This was a lottery pick, ladies and gentlemen. He was picked number 11 in the last year's draft, 2021. This guy, you look at some of these other picks, that was picked up. This guy, they had way better opportunities. We're going to get to some of those guys, but this guy, James Bouknight, the man put up 4 points, and he shot 34% from the field, 34% from three, 1 rebound, no assists, no steals, no blocks. Ladies and gentlemen, does that sound like a guy that got picked up in number 11th in the NBA draft? Does that sound like a guy? I don't think so. It does not sound like a guy that got picked up. That sounds like a guy that got picked up in the second round, so I think that's something that we're going to have to figure out, but this guy, James Bouknight, knows what's at stake here because there's a lot hanging in the balance. Your career, before you know it, people going to be looking at you like, oh, who cares? You understand? So James Bouknight got to wake up. And there's no shame in his game going to the summer league in his second year. A lot of people did it. Who was in there? Brandon Ingram was in there in his second year. So that's nothing to trip about, But, I mean, it is what it is. You look at some of these other players, they were just got a better opportunity to fully blossom, but I mean, it is what it is. Can James Bouknight escape the shadows? I would say yes. I know that he's going to be heavily motivated. We still don't know the coach, but I will tell you this, he will get minutes. You understand? This guy, James Bouknight, didn't even have an opportunity to show what he can do, and that was truly unfortunate. One thing about James Borrego, he did not only screw over LaMelo Ball, but he really screwed over these young guys, and that was a real reason why he should have been relieved. And I'm happy the Hornets made the right decision, because if you look at some of the other guys, most teams, when they get a collection of young talent, they're very ecstatic. When you're able to get a Kai Jones at number 19 and a James Bouknight at 11, it's almost like a beautiful draft, you understand? But do you know what this draft came to fruition? This guy, Kai Jones, averaged 1 point, shot 64% from the field, no rebounds, no blocks, no steals, no assists, nothing. You understand? So bottom line is these guys did not have an opportunity, and that's where we're going, man. So if you look at a Bouknight, because I know that's what a lot of people are focused on, it's hard to really crucify James Bouknight when he was in the shadows of James Borrego. Ladies and gentlemen, the man almost knocked his coach out on national television. This is how bad it was and how things were transpiring up there in Charlotte. There's a lot of money on the line, when you see players getting called up for the rising stars and you see Bouknight name not there, that wears on a guy, especially when he knows he's talented enough. This summer league, I wouldn't be surprised if Bouknight erupts and mess around and win MVP. I know he's going for it, and usually second year guys, they wild out come summer league. So I expect James Bouknight to assume that mantle like every other second year. Jaylen Brown was participated in his second year. He wilded out. There's a lot of players that went there in that second year and really put on for themselves. I think this is going to be a place where he's going to be able to show leadership, because he's not going to be leading anything on the actual Hornets, because that's LaMelo Ball and the crew, but I think that he can definitely get his rocks off and definitely get his confidence up headed into this season, because he's going to need it. The Charlotte Hornets, they're looking to get to the postseason. We all know they went to the play-in situation. They put up 43 and 39. They won 43 wins and 39 losses. James Borrego pretty much had them in a similar position in 2 exact years under LaMelo Ball, but the year that my man James Bouknight was there. They didn't really do much, and he didn't really contribute. He didn't contribute at all, to be honest with you. He was in the doghouse. You got a number 11 overall pick getting sent to the G League. I know it wear on his confidence. I want to see where he's at. You understand? You look at a guy like J.T. Thor, another guy who was picked up in the second round. These are all players that got drafted a season ago that the Hornets did absolutely nothing with, but I'm going to put that on James Borrego. You understand? I'm going to indict James Borrego on the reason why none of these dudes seen the light of day. My man J.T. Thor had 2 points. He averaged, what the hell was he averaging? 1 rebound, no assists, no blocks, no nothing. Mind you, this dude is damn near, I believe he's 6'9", close to 7 foot, hovering around 6'11". So, and very athletic. So it goes to show you what was going on. James Bouknight, we all know the talent, of this guy. Coming out of college, people viewed him very high. He was supposed to be an electric scorer next to LaMelo Ball. But, I mean, it is what it is, that it never came into fruition. A UConn Husky product. Can he save his career? Because what is he going to be remembered as? Everybody's going to remember this year for James Bouknight. You almost going to be irrelevant. You understand? You have another year where you're lackluster. You don't really get a good showing. You will get lost in the shuffle out here because you see this new crop of talent. People are going to totally forget you. So it's very serious and paramount for James Bouknight to put the wheels on the tracks, you understand, for this guy, for his career, because his career is truly at stake. Because, you're a number 11th overall pick. Some of these other guys might can get a pass. Bouknight, you were a lottery pick. It's going to be a different standard for you. And I think he knew that last season, and I think that's why him and Borrego was bumping heads. It was a huge collection of reasons why James Borrego had to be relieved, and this was one of them. And the Hornets, I must say, made a right decision. The next coach that they hire must have some type of plan in place on how to develop these young guys, including James Bouknight, because all the talent is there. He just needs somebody to believe in him and to instill confidence in him so he can go out there and display it on the floor like I know he can. This guy's a talent, man. We know we all was excited when the guy was drafted. You understand? The excitement has dwindled a little bit, but we all know the guy has talent, so let's hope he could show it. I'm going to leave it at that. What do you guys expect from James Bouknight come Summer League? Is he going to dominate? Is he going to take over the summer? Let me know. He should definitely put the Hornets in position, because last year they was up and down, losing and whatever. It wasn't the best in terms of win-loss record. This year, with some of these guys, second-year guys coming back, they should have a lot of experience on that floor, and I'm expecting major fireworks from James Bouknight. Let me know your thoughts. It's Flight Sports TV. Everybody hit that like button. If you're new, most definitely hit the subscribe button. And we might be live, too. You already know what time it is. We will be keeping you up to date on what's going on with these guys out in the Summer League. So stay tuned at Flight Sports TV for exclusive content. We will have boots on the ground. It's Flight Sports.